Alrighty, folks, we have heard some famous people like Graham Stephan say that real estate investing is not worth it. We've heard him turn down millions of dollars, but you know what, folks? You are not Graham Stephan. You do not make 8 figures creating content on YouTube. You are just like me and Cody. You likely have a job. You likely have a family. You're likely saving just a little bit of money, stacking paper so you can buy some assets. Let's talk about how Cody, in the span of 90 days, took an on-market opportunity, yes, something on the MLS, all of you could have bought, and how he turned $5,000 into $115,000 in, yes, 90 days. Cody, this is an amazing story. Why don't you kind of set up the base facts first? What was it? Where'd you find it? How long was it there? Tell us all the nitty-gritty at the start.
Well, I feel like I pulled a Zuber on this one. I did a disrespectful offer after doing the work and checking I looked at every deal in my market.
As you should.
Underwrote every deal in my market. I didn't just look at it. And when you do that, you see when something just clicks, like it just makes sense. And so I saw a deal, got listed. At the time that I bought it, it had been on the market for less than a month.
Okay.
They're listed, and we've talked about this deal actually in the past. So it was listed for 175.
Mm-hmm.
I offered 115 cash, and they took it.
Okay.
Well, that's not where it got fun. So it was completely empty. I put my maintenance guy in one of the units. So I got $800 a month in rent day one.
Okay.
On a $115,000 purchase.
And how many units were there? Sorry.
5.
Right. Okay. Got it. All right.
And originally there was an extra commercial unit. I actually morphed that in to make one of the units bigger, but that's neither here nor there. Little by little, I rented it out. Put my maintenance guy there, rented one for $800. The next lease I got signed was for $1,450.
Oh, wow.
The one after that was $1,200. Now, I still have one commercial unit because it's a mixed-use building, and I have one bedroom left.
Okay.
So what I ended up doing is I took these newfound leases and the new rental income, I took it to the bank. Well, the bank appraisal, based on projections of me finishing up the commercial unit and leasing out the one bedroom, appraisal came in at $470.
Oh, wow.
All in as of right now, I'm in it for $150. $35,000 in reno, plus a couple thousand closing costs, but $35,000 reno, $115 purchase, and let's add another $5 for closing costs. $155,000 it appraised for $470. My contractor, the handyman that's living there, had an idea, and he said, look at this commercial unit. It's really wide, really deep. You've got multiple bathrooms, and you've got multiple entry doors. What if we put up a wall here? It's already got power for a stove. What if we splice off 20% of this commercial unit and make it a studio? And I asked him, well, what do you think that would cost? He's like, well, we got to put up a wall, got to put up some drywall, and you're going to have to buy the appliances. It's already got a bathroom. It's already plumbed in for a shower. And it's like $5,000.
Okay.
And I was thinking, okay, well, let's play that out. If we spend $5,000 and we chop this commercial unit up a little bit, take off a fifth of it, and now we have a studio, that's an additional $700 a month. $8,400 a year, which in my market, after the vacancy factor and a little bit more utilities, I'm going to be pushing my value up by about $115,000.
Oh, for sure.
This wasn't in the plan. We already have the appraisal for $470. I'm happy. I'm good. I'm getting a loan on it right now for $305, and it's still going to cash flow. And what's crazy is now I'm going to take $5,000 of my cash out proceeds. I'm going to throw it back into the property and generate an additional $700 a month of income, which is the most important thing, the cash flow. But that added cash flow pushes the value up, and I turn it from a 5-unit into a 6-unit, which was not in the agenda.
Wow. Again, I want to stress a couple of things because this is just how it works. And it's funny, you talk about doing a disrespectful offer, 175 for 115. Great job. Millennial Mike just posted the other day that he locked up a property, and in his case, a little bit different market, but I believe he got it for $242,000 less than list price. Again, there are deals out there. It takes time. It's never easy. You gotta write lots of offers. You got to get yelled at. Who cares? Go make the offer. Go make that money. I do want to go back to how I opened this because maybe I misunderstood the story. You said that you turned $5,000 into 115 grand. Help tie that out, because right now it feels to me that you had 150K out to start.
So
where's that story?
Exactly. Yeah. So that 150, my plan was to turn 150 into 400 plus or minus.
Okay.
What I ended up doing is I turned the 150 into 470. All right. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
But what was unexpected, and it was not my idea, because I've done this so many times, I didn't think about it here. I was like, this is already a win.
Right.
The handyman said, let's spend $5,000 and add a studio. So this was just an extra thing on top of the deal. I'm going to spend $5,000, get an additional $8,400 a year in rent above and beyond what my whole plan was. And now an asset that I'm in for like 160 grand is going to be worth close to 600, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's amazing. So now I get it. So you're adding the studio costs $5,000. It's giving you 115 in value. That's awesome. Wasn't your idea, the handyman. But I want to go back through these numbers because, again, I don't think people realize, again, I want to stress, on the market, everybody could have seen it. You took a shot that you probably didn't even think they would say yes to, but they did. Right? You didn't, but you took the shot. And let me tell you this, folks, you will never make a goal or make a basket or get a deal if you don't execute. You got to do the work. But I want to run these numbers and see if I got them correct. So you bought it for 115 cash.
Mm-hmm.
You put 35 in. Let's just keep the numbers round. We'll call it $5,000 in other stuff.
Yes.
So you're into it for 155 just to keep the numbers fives and zeros.
Correct.
You got a current appraisal before the studio at 470. You're getting a cash out refi for 305. Do I have that right so far?
That is all correct.
And it will still cash flow before the studio at 305.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. From the day you closed to the day you get that 305 grand, how many days went by?
So the day I closed to my refinance was 9 months.
I mean, I would be shocked if it was less than that. So that's...
Oh, whoops. Yeah, it was 9 months. That's backwards.
No, it comes across. I see it.
Okay.
Yeah, it flips. All right. So again, I want people to realize what you did here, because unless I'm wrong, in 9 months, you created $150,000 in cash.
Liquidity.
Cash. And you have another asset, and it cash flows, and you're adding a studio.
Yeah.
Tell me how that doesn't suck.
Well, and I'm using the bank's money to add the studio, because I'm not injecting the $5,000. Like out of the 150, I'm going to get out. And really it's like 145 because you got bank fees, appraisals, stuff like that for people that aren't tracking. But 145 grand, I'm just going to take 140 out and put $5,000 back into the deal. And I'm going to be back at like a 1.5 debt coverage ratio.
And you've got your 155 back. Let's not forget that. You've got the original 115, you got the 35, and you got the original 5. So not only do you got 140 that you're keeping, or 135, you get all of the 155 back.
Yeah.
Graham Stephan's right, dude. Real estate's not worth it. Just don't do the work. Don't take the shots. Let people like Cody get rich, and you just stay broke.
And I just want to point out, this deal, it's not a slum. There is a property, like the upstairs unit is almost 2,000 square feet, 3-bed, 2-bath. It's got a porch in the back, and you can see the lake from it.
Wow.
If anybody else were to buy this deal, they could have structured it whereas it was a perfect house hack.
Yeah.
Someone could have lived there for free. Cash flow had no money in it.
I love that you brought that up. Folks, these are the deals, right? People always ask me, Michael, if you had to start over again, what you would do. Is I would go do the work. I would stop I wouldn't watch TV. I wouldn't watch Netflix. I would go learn my buy box, learn my area, and I would find something like this to house hack. 3.5% down. I would live in this dude. I'm such a cheapskate. I'd live in the brand new studio, right? And rent out the rest and live for free. I would do that 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. By the time I'm 30, I am done. I will never have to work again. That's what I would do.
Yeah. And someone might be in the comments hating and saying, well, you couldn't have bought that 3.5% down. It was 5 units. There are other ways to buy stuff. There, you could have pitched a lease option. There's so many different things you can pitch to make things work.
Yeah, stop defeating yourself. I think, again, I'm currently working on my bigger pocket speech for October. Shout out the team for inviting me. And the title, I think, is something like From One Rental to Financial Freedom. Right? It's kind of our story, right?
Yeah.
But you know what, dude? Step one is belief. I can't give you belief. Nobody can. You either are going to believe this game works or you don't. Because it's hard. It takes time. You have to sacrifice. And there will be bumps and bruises along the way. And some lost money, perhaps. But I don't know a better way for most people. Most of us are not Graham Stephan making, 7-8 figures on YouTube. Most of us are working our ass off all day, barely able to get by. And for most of us, we would kill for an opportunity that you found. But I want to stress this again. It was on the market. You took a shot. You said it, your opening. You looked at every opportunity in your market. You are doing the work. You are living by example. This should be encouraged. We should applaud you. And I wish more people would do what you did.
Well, and to take it a step further, because you don't have to build a crazy big business. If you did one of these deals a year.
One every other year. Let's not get it twisted. One every other year, you're done in a decade.
Oh, yeah. Because the 150 net cash out minus fees, the tax-free money, I could live on it.
Dude, tax-free. That's a great point, because that's like 300 grand income.
Yeah.
And by the way, you're going to live in the studio. Oh, you'd be balling out.
Yeah.
Dude,
but
crazy.
And someone could absolutely do that. I'm living in one of my townhomes for free, house hacking.
Yeah.
And I bought this seller finance out of this was out of 1031, out of a deal I had no money in. So this was a zero down for me, house hack. Like, there's ways to do this.
Dude, you're showing off now. I love it. I love the fact you're in your early 20s, just showing us old guys that it can still get done. I'm so proud of you.
I appreciate it. I want to share one thing. I had the idea. I did this at 9:22, but I put it in Chat GPT.
Okay.
And I think this will help some people. I just told it to reboot its memory or update it.
Okay.
I said, whenever I ask questions, moving forward, I'd prefer if you operate from a frame similar to the Rich Dad, Poor Dad philosophy. Everything's possible. It's not a matter of if I can, more so. I'm looking for a way to do it. How could I do it? Not can I do it? Keep it simple, ethical, and above board. Please do this for all chats moving forward. And if people start operating like that on their business, it's going to open up so much opportunity and possibility.
I want to second that. In fact, I'm going to ask you to cut and paste that into the comments once this gets posted. This will probably go up at noon tomorrow. I can't stress this enough, and I'm more convinced than ever just talking to you that I'm going to have to stress step one is belief. Like, if you don't have it, I can't help you. I can tell you all the great stories. I can tell you all the great stuff. I can even give you blocking and tackling. But if you don't fundamentally believe, I can't help you. So having that tweak to ChatGPT, not in keeping it above board and ethical. I love that little twist at the end. That's the mindset we all need to have. And that's, frankly, like, if you watch more than one of my videos a week, you probably lean that direction, because I don't suffer fools, and the doomers, frankly, get tired of me, which I'm okay with. Right? I don't want them in my world. But yeah, dude, we got to keep that focus. Dude, step 3 of getting wealthy is the most important. It takes a decade. So if you can keep that mental frame for a decade, I love your chances of getting wealthy.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a way to do everything you want to do, but you have to understand there's somebody doing it. And if someone's doing it, there's a way to do it. It's not like, oh, they can do it because of this. Like, they had to start somewhere too.
Cody did the deal today. Cody found an on-market deal. He took a shot with a disrespectful offer. He closed the deal. He executed the plan. The plan's evolving, and he's sitting on a brand new asset. The bank's going to give him roughly 150 grand tax-free. It's going to cash flow. He's going to create a 6th unit. It was on the market, and he took a shot. Why aren't you? Cody, where can people find you?
Cody Davis Business Adventures on YouTube.
Thank you, buddy. And the leader of the Saturday mastermind in school, which this past weekend, I guess you guys talked about math and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, we went on a tangent and it was pretty fun. Someone asked about how a cap rate interacts with a rate factor. And so we got to jump into that and really deep dive why the math works the way it does, how the actual calculations work on people's calculators. It's
cool.
It's cool to know what works, but it's really important to know how it works and why it works.
Totally agree. Cody, you're amazing. Thanks for all you do. Take care. Have a good week.
See ya.
Mm-hmm.